Cyber here, bringing you guys the first part of What of Deku and Tenko Shimura. Switch places. I'm sorry I didn't get this out by Christmas as I promised, but as I said before in several other community postings, that it is hard to do what ifs during holiday seasons like this. I know I got off with it last year, but I wasn't as busy with work and trying to get Christmas shopping done. It was way more harder than the previous years. I had to worry about that, had to take some priorities, had to try to make one video per week at least. But I should hopefully return to my usual 2 videos per week. Currently I'm on Christmas break from work. I might even do 3, who knows. But with all the new Christmas gifts I got, like a brand new TV I had to set up, a projector I'm going to try to set up in a later time. Not in my room. Somewhere else. And some other sorts of amenities, odds and ends, such as that. I will be doing a lot of different stuff. I've also been still working on I've been working on the stories itself still, whatnot. And I'm sorry, but also family dinners, whatnot. It was all over the place. I hope you guys can at least understand that. And this is the Christmas gift I'm going to give you guys for being so patient. And thank you all for supporting me so far throughout this year. It's nearly 2022. Last time I did one of these, I said, let's try to get to 3K by the end of next year, right? We didn't reach 3K, which I was sad about, but I'm not as sad, because only reason why I thought we'd get to 3K, I guess because we got to 1.5, which I was overwhelmed that we even got to that, but I guess I kind of overestimated my odds there. So, but otherwise, this what if will be a good what if, I believe very hardly. And of course, I'm sorry for rambling on, but I'm just wanting to get this out of the way to let you all know so that we can get to the actual video itself. But yes, I'll say more at the end if you want to hear more of the rest at the end, so please, thank you. Let's start this off. We start off with a few changes. Tenko will only be 2 years older than Deku in the what if. Everything that happens to Tenko would go to canon, but one detail as Tenko is wandering the streets alone with All-For One watching in the shadows, All Might lands in front of Tenko. So Tenko falls down on the ground looking up at All Might. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. There, young man. Are you alright? I didn't see you there. He sees how dirty Tenko is and the scratches on him. Here, let me help you up. Said, All Might gives Tenko a hand as he recoils. It'd be best people didn't touch me. He helps himself up, but All Might sees when he touched the ground, the cement starts to crack and turns into dust. I see what you mean, young man. Well, tell me, why are you all dirty? I don't have a shower or bath, only puddles. What do you mean? You don't have a family? Tenko starts to tear up and scratch violently. No, I accidentally. He looks at his hands as All Might gets the picture. Hey there. It's alright. Come on, I'll take you with me, young man. But tell me, what is your name if you don't mind? My name? Tenko Shimura. All Might's eyes widen. Shimura? Yes? I didn't even know she had children. Who had children? Oh, well, did you know someone by the name of Nana Shimura? Does she have black hair and yellow gloves? A black uniform thing? Yes, she does. That's my dad's mom. She's my grandma. So, you're my master's grandson then. Master? Yes, your grandmother trained me and helped me to be what I am today, young Tenko. Really? Haha, yes. So, as sudden, they both hear clapping. My. I would have never expected this. Honestly, All Might, you have some awful timing. You just had to land right in front of him and mess up my plan I had to create so hard. All for one. Yes, in the flesh. And since my little plan is now completely ruined by your little interference, I may as well take some some clearing importance away. You and the end of the Chamorro bloodline. No! All Might jumps at All for One with a 70% smash. Elsewhere, with Deku crying, watching his favorite All Might video as he does his mother walks in. See, Mom? He always saved people with a smile on his face. Mom, can I still be a... Before he could finish that sentence, there was a loud booming noise. Izuku, quickly, let's... As sudden, All Might busts through the apartment, and All for One air cannon fires at him. All Might blocks it as he jumps, throwing a punch at All Might. All for One, along with a giant air pressure. But one of those air pressures go rough and flying at Deku. But Inko was able to grab Deku and push him out of the way, but she was killed instantly. As the apartment collapsed entirely, as Deku is covered in some rubble, forced to watch the fight between All Might and All for One, while being soaked with blood from other apartment goers and his own mother's. All Deku could focus on was his mother suddenly dying and the lack of care of All Might has as he continues to fight the villain. And Deku could hear All Might screaming as All for One laughs, as he continues to hear the sounds of building crumbling screams, and as we cut to a few hours later, as All Might was injured from the same hole All for One gave him, but that comes up to the same to him as well. As Tenko runs up to him, all right from the ordeal, All Might was protecting him with everything he got. Are you alright, mister? Yes, I'm fine. Looks back at the All for One who's not moving. Come on, young Tenko. We need to get some medical treatment and maybe something for me. Okay. All Might stands up. What little strength he had left, lifted a Tenko and goes off. But not knowing Deku's seeing all this too. Moments later, Kurogiri and Ujiko walk to the area. All Might has left the premises, but the heroes and police soon to arrive, master. I know. It's a miracle he's still alive, but his face has seen better days. No, that isn't nice, isn't it? What I'm seeing isn't nice either, master. I'm well aware of that, my old friend. All for One slowly gets up. You should rest. Kurogiri and walk us to the facility where I can give proper treatment to him. I can stand on my own. I'm more mad at what we lost the grandson of Chamorro. Yes, but perhaps at sudden they hear some rumbling, shaking, and crying of anger and hatred. They all look towards the direction where the noise coming from, as they see rubble shifting as a child, no older than 4, rolled and scared, and his way out of the rubble. All Might, damn you, damn you, damn you, All Might! All For One doesn't say anything but walks towards him. All For One's shadow cast over Deku. When he looked up at the figure standing before him, he was terrified, as he couldn't help but think he's going to kill him. So Deku braced himself for the worst. Child, are you alright? All For One holds out a hand to Deku, like he would have done with Tenko, if All Might didn't interfere. Huh? I'm sorry what happened, and I'm terribly sorry for what happened here. And nobody is here to save you or help you, but I am here for you. Don't worry. Deku doesn't know why, but he feels safe, even though this man was so injured to be missing his face. He still wanted to help him, which is far more than what All Might did, just killed his mother and left him for dead. Deku reached out for the hand of All For One. Come now, for your new life begins. Kurogiri opened the warp gate as they all left. This is the story of what if Deku and Tenko Chimura switched places. If you change the smallest detail, it can change the course of history itself. Instead of All For One getting to Chimura, aka Tomura Shigaraki, as he would have been later on known as, we all just hear it was All Might doing so. Them both fight years earlier, getting their injuries much sooner, but one thing still remains the same. Shigaraki, aka Tomura Chimura, and Izuku Midoriya, now will be known as Izuku Shigaraki, will be mortal enemies. How one's fate can switch places. As we now cut to All Might in the hospital, where Tenko is asleep on the hospital bed, and All Might is sitting in a chair, as Gran Torino and Night Eye walked in. Toshinori, you damn fool! What were you doing fighting All For One like that? Master, shush. Gran Torino looks over to the kid who's on the bed. Who's the kid? That's Tenko Shimura, Nana Shimura's grandson. So, this can't be a coincidence. No, it wasn't. All For One said he had plans for him, and so me just showing up ruined them. So then, deciding he would kill me and the boy. So he was after him then. But for what purposes? I'm not sure. But that doesn't matter anymore. Tenko's is safe. For now, if All For One was after him, what's stopping him from doing the same? Because I put the end to him, once and for all. So, you sure? So he has many followers, Toshi. So, what are you gonna do with him if they go after him? Simple. I'll take care of Tenko, personally. Make sure no one is capable of getting his hands on him. Are you sure? I mean, being the symbol of peace and all. Yes, I'm sure of it. It's the least I can do. Maybe train him to be my successor. I think I might need one sooner than I expected. He looks down at his wound, clutching at it. Yes. If you want, I could. Don't. I told you not to and look at my future. Now, after I'm healed, I'll get Tenko's quirk diagnosed, since what I can tell, it's dangerous and he possibly killed his family with it. What do you mean? When I brought up his family, he started to violently scratch and cry. He said it was an accident, but that's all he had to say. After that, the awful one showed up and said to take care of the last of the Shimura line. I see. Well, me and Nine look into any missing reports in case any accidents that might have taken a family to make sure. Thank you. Don't mention it. It's for an old friend anyways. They walk out. All Might sits back in his chair as he starts to rest. As we cut to Awful One, who's finished getting healed up the best he could, hooked onto machines to disable himself. And Deku stands in front of him. So, child, tell me your name. Deku's a bit scared to say anything. Now, no need to be afraid. I know I don't have my looks anymore, but I'm still as jolly and happy as I can be. So, tell me. I'll tell you what. I'll let you know my name. My name is Awful One. Izuku Midoriya, sir. Ah, that's a nice name, Izuku. Now, how about you tell me what your quirk is? I don't have one. Well, that's not a problem there, young man. Because my quirk, Awful One, that I took inspiration from my name, gives me the ability to give and take quirks. And I have a lot of quirks stockpiled up that I can just give no problem. Really? Oh yes, I have that one can enhance your body. Or your age. That fire, ice, electric, wind, I can give you any. But only one, since one person can only handle one quirk. More than one could be possibly overwhelming without certain modifications. I don't care if it's one, as long as I get one. Alright. How about one of my favorites? Air cannon. I consider it my sword and shield. Are you sure, mister? I don't want to take a great quirk that's from you. Oh yes. It's no problem, since for my condition, I don't think I'll have much use for it from now on. But you, on the other hand, I think can greatly benefit from it. Okay, what do I have to do? Just take a step and relax. It'll be all over as soon as it starts. Okay. He does so, as Awful One places a hand on Deku's head, transferring the quirk to him. Deku felt a tiny bit of pain, but he looked down at his hand, seeing there's 2 holes in the palm of his hands now. There. I did it as painfully as possible. We go. Sit, and now you have your quirk. Deku looks at his hands at all. Thank you so much. It's no problem. Now, how about you give it a try? Just breathe and relax. Breathe through the holes in your hands. Deku looks down at his hands and does what Awful One said, aiming his hands at the area of a room. He breathes and opens fire, but it gets pushed back himself. But Kurogiri catches him to make sure he wasn't hurt. As Awful One claps. Yes, good. Very good. You're a natural at it. It's a simple quirk, but it
is a bit of a pain pain to get a hang of the record. You'll need to learn that. Okay, sir. I'll make it my own. I'll look forward to it. But now then, what is it that you want? Huh? What do you want now? Your mother is unfortunately no longer with you, with the land of the living. I always wanted to be a hero, like All Might. But now I don't know what to do. If anything, I want to get back at him for that. For him killing my mother. I see. Well, young Izuku, I want the same thing. I can help you get revenge on not just All Might, but the world itself. As he turns on a TV monitor in the room. All around them seeing news. All Might is being recognized as a hero for what he has done. What's that crippled me, killing a child's mother and leaving you for dead. And what's yet, they completely abandon you. Your name isn't even on the news. Nothing about a missing child. What? But we lived there for years. Not even Auntie cared? I'm sorry, but they all abandoned you. This world is sick and fixated on heroes to the point they would leave a child alone to the street or in the rubble, hoping someone else will fix their problems. But even then, the heroes don't care. But I am here for you, Izuku. Thank you, sir. I'll do whatever it takes to fix the society and get rid of All Might and his world. Deku blasts one at the air pressure at the TV, destroying it with a picture of All Might in it. All For One just smiled as he had an inner monologue. I might have lost Tenko, but this one is a promise. Then from this day on, I will guide you to this path. Izuku Shigaraki. Shigaraki? It is my last name. You will need it as an alias. I see. Kurogiri, you will be looking after Izuku, and by overseeing him. Understood, Master. So, go forth, and then. Sir, I recommend you get to him to bed. It being a late night. Okay. Kurogiri leads the way as Deku follows. So, you traded one burden for another. A less special one compared to Shimura's grandson. Oh, but that's quite the opposite, old friend. While it's true I lost the grandson of Nana Shimura, it was just a jab at All Might. But what I have here is a child who's dedicated to kill All Might and change the world around him. I don't know if you possibly be your successor or not, but I'll go along with it now. I'll keep an eye out with the backup still. Good. Call me upon if you need any help with your condition, or maybe modifying that boy at some point. I will. Now, you better get going. Uchiko leaves, but all for one can't help but smile ear to ear as we cut to Tenko and All Might, ending up waking up. Ah, you're awake. How do you feel? I feel fine, but what about you? I'm fine, young Shmore, but I want to ask you, do you have anyone to stay with? No, I don't. I see. Well, young Shmore, I had your quirk tested in while you were asleep. And from what you told me, can I assume you accidentally killed your family, didn't you? Tenko doesn't say anything but nods, scared and sad on what's gonna happen to him next. To his surprise, All Might just hugged him. It's okay. Young Tenko, because I am here. Why are you doing this? You heard I killed them. Did you do it on purpose? No, but then you are not to blame. It was an accident. I had a friend. My friends looked into it. They found what was left of the house and caused by your quirk. Yes, you unfortunately had a violent quirk awakening. Can't be blamed for the tragedy of that accident. And young Tenko, since you had nowhere to go, will you stay with me? Tenko looks up at him in shock and not really sure what to say. He just hugs him and tears up and nods. Alright then. So everything is gonna be okay, because I am here. All Might hugs him back. So after this, All Might took Tenko home to raise him as his own, using all his power to have Tenko to go to the best schooling, the best teachers, and the best quick training he could possibly get. As much as possible to tell him about Nana, the stories about her, and how he met her. But while all this was happening, All For One was also grooming Deku to fulfill revenge for him, with his hatred, anxiety, as we do a time skip. When Tenko 10:15, it was 10 months before the UA entrance exam. As we cut to Tenko, who's getting up, awake up by All Might knocking at the door. Tenko, wake up. It's 10 in the morning. 5 more minutes. Tenko, I'm giving you this one last chance. Will I do the thing? Nope, don't do the thing. Haha, good. Hey, you shouldn't be using a platform, you know that? Yes, I know. Now hurry up, okay? Alright. Deku has got a lot of help over the years. His hair eventually returned from from the gray to its original black. When Tenko got downstairs, All Might was waiting for him. Same as his skeletal form before. I'm not going to let you sleep in on the most anymore, or maybe I need to take away your video games at night. Then perhaps you would wake up on time. Oh, like you have room to talk. Recovery Girl told you can't push yourself out there like that. You used to. You need to learn your own lessons sometimes, you know that? What are you up to now? 6 hours? 5, actually. Exactly. You need to not push yourself too hard. You'll put yourself in an early grave. Alright, how about we make a deal? I'll hold back and you stop sleeping in from now on. Deal. But if I see you on the news pushing the deal off. Alright. Now come on, we have a beach to clean. No decay on the trash. You need to train your body for the entrance exam. Right, I'm gonna to follow the steps of my grandmother, then I'll need to take this seriously. Exactly, but trust me, no matter how hard you're training, you won't get the hair muscle build Honestly, she wasn't human while she lifted weights. They both shared a laugh as they walked out the door onto the beach. For about 9 months, Tenko would clean the beach till 1 month early. Well done, Tenko. It's like they would never trust you to begin with. But now I think it's time that I give you the real reason for clearing the beach. And what's that? I want to make sure your body was says fully built and ready to handle one for all. Wait, you giving me it? Yes, I am. But why? There must be better applicants. Unfortunately, we haven't found any. With you're already perfect for the role. You have the drive and the reasoning. Wanting to be a hero. You fit all the criteria to inherit all one for all. Then I accept. Haha, good. Then eat this. He plucks out a hair and holds it up to Tenko. Huh? Look, if you want the power, you need to consume my DNA. Hey, that could mean spit, blood, or hair from... Oh, nope, I get the picture. I'm good to take that. But can we put in some food? You could go down easy. Have you ever tried to eat food with hair in it? Not that I'm aware of, but I saw my mom did that to my grandpa's medicine. Alright, fancy pants. Let's get you some food to eat with that hair. Thank you. So he got some ice cream and ate it with the hair. A few hours later, he slept at the power said was in him, spreading across his body that night. He would see visions of his grandmother and other people. What the? Grandma? They didn't say would, but have a hand out to her. With a glowing orb gesturing for Tenko to take it. Tenko hesitates to take the orb. What is this? Why aren't you talking? Nano gave a small smile as she embraced Tenko. The orb he held into spread through his body. He suddenly woke up in a cold sweat, but felt a warm embrace on him. What was that? As we now cut to Deku, currently 12 years old. He's currently writing down in some of his notebooks. Comedy words. Impressive, but anything with fire or enough force will break them apart. Deku looks at his hand, so I don't think he is going to be much of a problem if I have to fight him. All four turns on the monitor as Deku is sitting on deck. Izuku. Master, what is it? Are you done writing in your notes? Yes, I was just getting lost in thought. Any quirks of note we might want? No, there are none that fits my interest for now, at least. They wouldn't match well with my air cannon. It's good that I see you considering what's good. So, for your quirk as well. There's an opportunity, but we also need quirks for the Nomus, especially the one that will kill All Might. There is one with shock absorption, but that would only be good with shock nullification and a big muscular build. I wouldn't have much use since my build isn't as bulky. I see, very good. I'll be sure to give it for the Nomu. But I have something I want you to do. Kurogiri opens up a warp gate and Deku walks through it. And he finds himself in a large white room with multiple Nomus standing waiting for him. You said you wanted to train, so when the day comes, you would have the experience and understanding to be able to kill All Might. So this be your training, with low-level nomies for you to train against. Alright, Master, I'll fight. Now then, there's no need to be nervous. If you're not ready, we can save this for another time. No, I want to do this. Sir. Very well. Remember, you have one of my most powerful quirks. These nomies are nothing compared to what you're capable of. Right. Nomus. Kill him. The Nomu's eyes narrows to Deku as they rush at him. Deku calms himself and breathes in as his hands get inflated. When Deku releases his breath, a giant shockwave of air obliterates the Nomus into smudges of blood on the wall that's cracked and destroyed. And all Deku can hear over the speakers claps. Deku shakes his hands a bit. Thank you, Master. It's clear you are from above the low Nomus level. I say that all for this training session, but tomorrow we will advance the next level Nomus. Of course, Master. Thank you. There is no need to thank me. A warp gate opens behind Deku. As he walks back, a bit shaken by the amount of blood there was. The boy appears to be not fond of blood and guts. It takes time, Izuku, to train a killer. So, doesn't just become one, you know? Yes, that is true. But I have an idea. We still have the hundreds of spare children in case anything has happened to the young Shigaraki. But do we really need all 100? I suppose not. Then why don't we have them train against each other? Against young Shigaraki. So he can get used to killing humans, since Nomus are only husk of that. This could be a good opportunity, and I have more material to work with Nomus after. Very well then, but let him give him some time before we do such an action. Of course, but I have a question. Is he sharpening up to what you expected? More than I ever thought possible. He has a knack for quirks, their usefulness, and the uses as well. He could be a better successor than the Shimura could have been. I must agree. Despite how much you spoiled him, he doesn't act like a brat. He reminds me humble and remembers his origins. Plus, he has an intelligence that I could respect. Exactly. So, in a way, All Might have given me the perfect successor. Quite a twist of fate, isn't it? Yes, it is, Izuku.
Alright, that is the end of this part.
So, earlier what I was saying about the end of this year.
We didn't reach the 3K numbers I was hoping for, but we still reached 2K. So I am thankful for everyone for doing that. And as for the second channel, I have not uploaded as of late. I'm planning on redoing a lot of those videos as you see now and there. I'm gonna try different videos and such on that second channel. So sooner or later, but if you all want to see that, I put it on a community post. I'll try to make a tab for that on the description below. We still reach 2.1k. Well, we're close to 2.1k. So I'm thankful for everyone for getting me that far this year, at least. It wasn't our original goal, but hey, I'm still grateful for the new followers, the new subscribers. And let's go beyond Plus Ultra for the next year. Hope you all enjoy.